Was she drunk? Were you drunk?
I'm sober.
Okay, this was only 17 days ago, 18 days ago. So tell me what you did.
I broke the closet.
Okay, let's slow down. Who's this gentleman that you referred to?
Solomon Knight.
The complaint.
Solomon Knight. And were you going out with him?
When I came home that night, I came home to Uber and he was outside my house and he like flashed his lights to get my attention. And we had agreed I was gonna come down there, but at the last minute he flipped the script. And that is when the destruction of his property happened.
Whose house were you at?
I put up to my own home.
Right.
He was outside my house. He flashed his lights to get my attention. And I went to his car. We had a conversation that I would come down to his house.
How far does he live from you?
Literally a couple of apartments down.
Okay, so then what happened?
So I went in the house to change my clothes and I told him I would be down there, but he flipped the script at the last minute and told me he didn't want me to come. But that's when everything occurred after that.
Okay, so did you still go down to his house?
After I went home.
Did you walk in without permission?
Yes.
And then what did you do?
I broke the closet door.
And how did you break the closet door? Did you kick it, punch it, hit it with it? What'd you do? Come on.
I guess in the tussle.
I don't want you to guess.
He was kind of being aggressive with me and I guess in that moment, that's when it got broke.
You got to be more specific with it.
Me and him were arguing
Okay.
and it got a little physical. And he was kind of swinging me around the apartment.
He was swinging you around?
Yes.
Is that what caused the door to break?
Yes,
Then
that's
how
what
can I
I'm saying.
take this plea? If you didn't intentionally strike and cause damage to his closet door, I can't take this plea, man. And it's okay. We can just set it for trial. I'll be glad to do that.
Your Honor, there were a couple different issues. First was the closet door, but there was also damage done to the screen and the threshold when she entered.
That's what I thought it was gonna be about the screen, but
They
he's
didn't,
talking about.
it's not in the ticket, but it actually is in the report that there was damage done to the threshold and window.
Well,
The screen wasn't even broken itself. I slipped the screen
let's
out.
just slow down. Let me read this. Breaking the residential window threshold. I don't know what they mean by that. Did you
Removing the screen from the window.
I
Did
think
you damage it in the process of doing that? All right, then let's talk about the closet door. Did you intentionally strike the closet door?
Yes, yes.
Well, don't tell me yes because you think I want to hear yes. I want to hear the truth. Did you intentionally damage that door?
No.
Well, then let's not, I can't, I don't know what to tell you. I can't take the plea to MDOP. They're talking about intentionally damaging the door. If she didn't intentionally damage the door. So I'm not going to take the plea. We're going to have to reschedule it. If it doesn't resolve then, I will simply set it for trial. So here's your bond conditions. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law. They must appear in court as directed. No contact with the victim, Solomon Knighton. You cannot write, phone, seat, text, email, or communicate with him in any way. And you're not to enter the property address or go near 25811 Valley Creek Drive, apartment 1106. Do you understand that in Flat Rock?
Yes.
All right, so I'll have you fill out a petition. No contact with him or prosecution witnesses except through your lawyer. You can fill out a petition for a court-appointed lawyer. Those are your bond conditions. And we'll give you another date. You can come back. You can think about it. You can do whatever you need to do. If you want a trial, we're going to give you a trial. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem. Shouldn't be pleading guilty to anything you didn't do. Let me see what I have here, Heather. I got to double check one thing first. You did get printed on this. Okay, good enough. So that's it. You can give me a court date, Heather, and we'll go from there.
April 30th at 10:45.
April 30th at 10:20, at 10, would you say at 10:25?
45.
Sorry. Okay. Good enough. That's it. You're all set. Thank you. If you want a petition for a court-appointed lawyer, if you want one, you're gonna have to fill out a petition for one going forward now at this point, okay? Good luck.
Right.
He's gonna, it's right there behind you. He's gonna have you fill that out. All right. Nicholas Alajon Chandler. 26B150526A. Mr. Chandler, your name,
What's the line, Chamberlain?
counsel?
Your Honor, Peter Bernard, P78413, I'm IDC counsel for Mr. Chamberlain.
All right, so this is going to be a plea. I already arraigned him. At the conclusion of that, he told me he did not want initially he said he didn't want a lawyer. Then he said he did. So I appointed you. He's going to plead guilty to allowing a licensed driver to drive, and they are going to dismiss the suspend, and he's also going to plead the speeding 1 to 5 over. True?
Yes, sir.
That, sir, speeding charge is a 1-point violation. It's a civil infraction. If you plead to that, that will go on your record. If you plead on allowing a licensed driver to drive, that will not go on your record. That is punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand me? And again, did you sign, read, and understand an advice or rights form here today? Pardon?
Yes,
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that? To the charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead? Were you in control of a motor vehicle being operated in Brownstown, a 2022 Buick on Inkster near Claret in Brownstown, March 29 to 26 at 1:43 in the morning? Or, I'm sorry, 1:43 in the afternoon.
Sure.
And did you, you were unlicensed at the time, correct?
Yes.
Either had a suspended, revoked, or denied license, correct?
Yes, sir.
And knowing that, you still operated the vehicle, correct? Are you on probation or parole?
Yes. No. No. Not.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it. And I'll also ask you to 1 to 5 over, how do you plead responsible or not responsible?
Okay. Responsible.
All right, I'll accept that plea. So I'm going to sentence on both. I'm dismissing the suspend, accepting the plea to 1 to 5 over, and to allow an unlicensed driver to drive. Anything he wants to say?
No, Your Honor, we're ready to go to immediate sentence.
Anything you'd like to say?
On your right.
100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 or 60 days on allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, 150 on the speeding. You owe 475. Can you pay all of that today?
No.
How much do you have today?
100.
You pay 100 now. That'll be on the speeding. Where do you work? How much do you make?
Anywhere from $400 to $600 a week.
Can you pay this by April 30th? The remaining $50. And then on the other case, I'll let you pay 40 per week starting April or May the 6th. Is that good?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what we'll do. So you pay 100 today on the speeding. You pay the rest of that, which is 50 more by April 30. Then starting on I'll just make it May the 7th. You pay 40 per week beginning on that date. That's a Thursday. And then every Thursday thereafter until paid. If you need more time, no problem. Call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give you an extension, okay? Or you can walk in here on or before the due date at 8:30. Any questions?
No, it's fine.
All right, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Are we ready on this, gentlemen?
I don't know, I'm
Mr.
gonna move this.
Mr. Carmen has that one. Did you speak to Mr. Carmen yet, sir?
Yes, I did.
All right, just hold on 1 second. We'll see what's going on with that.
Yes, sir.
Hey, is Tony in there? Okay, all right,
Has
thanks.
ever talked to Mr. Bologna?
Mr. Kelly, yeah, process.
Okay. Let's go on record. Donald James Kowalski the fourth, 22T638560. Your name?
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael A. Carmen, D73824, standing in for attorney record Dion Patillo.
All right. So Mr. Bologna left. He didn't know this case that the defendant was in custody. And now Mr. Cavey handled it, is that correct?
Yes, and he was on the phone with Mr. Malone.
Your name, sir?
Donald James Kowalski the fourth.
And this is gonna be a plea to disorderly with the resisting obstructing officer to be dismissed, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead to that, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all of those. If you plead guilty, you're giving up the presumption of innocence. You're waiving the requirement that they prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You're waiving your right to remain silent. You're waiving your constitutional right to a jury trial. And you're waiving the presumption of innocence. And you're waiving the right to question their witnesses and to bring in your own witnesses. Also, you're waiving a right to use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you plead guilty, we're not going to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still wish to plead guilty.
Yes, sir.
To the charge of disorderly conduct, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you in the city of Trenton on Fortner West on March 22 at 10:08 PM? And if so, what did you do that makes you guilty of this offense?
I didn't step out of the car as soon as the officer asked me to get out of the car.
So you refused the lawful command of an officer, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he pulled you over for what offense? Did he tell you?
My girlfriend had gotten in a car accident and we had just totaled the car.
All right, I'll accept it. And are you on probation or parole right now?
No, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Please accept it. He's been in custody on this since.
Brilliant.
He already forfeited a bond on this back in 24 too. Anything else?
Your Honor, just ask for an immediate sentencing. Mr. Kowalski was sentenced by Your Honor on April 8th to 30 days for a similar charge out of Trenton. We're asking that you give him a similar jail sentence credit for time served.
Heather, do you have the case number on that one?
On the other one, let me get that for you, Judge. It is 21T 635872.
What kind of case is that?
It's a RHO.
And you said it's 21 what? C?
T is in Tom.
T121T 635872.
Correct.
Anything you want to tell me, sir?
Just that I apologize for my actions and I need to start listening and not. I just need to follow the rules when I'm told what to do. That's all I need to do. I apologize for that.
Life's a lot easier that way. 15 days jail credit, 15. I'll run it concurrent with the 21T 635872. Case closed. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I
You have
hope
a
you
great
grow
day.
up though. Good luck. Thanks.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Timmy. Have a
See you later.
good day.
You want to do no shows? There's a phone here.
Your name, sir?
Elizabeth Probation.
So today is the date scheduled for a probation violation hearing. And the charge is that you failed to submit the twice weekly chemical testing on April 4th, 26. Count two, you failed to refrain from consuming drugs, testing positive for cocaine on April 6th of 26. Those are the two charges. If you plead guilty or if you're found guilty, in that event, your probation could be revoked and you could be incarcerated for 45 days. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to an attorney. I'll be happy to provide you with one right now at public expense. Are you sure?
Yes.
You sure you don't want one?
No, I did this. So.
All right. To the charge, you failed to submit the twice weekly chemical testing on April 4, 26. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit the twice weekly chemical testing on April 4 of 26?
Yes.
Count two, you failed to refrain from consuming drugs or alcohol, testing positive for cocaine on April 6th of 26. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you test positive for cocaine on April 6th?
Yes.
And had you used cocaine, say, within the preceding 3 days? 3 or 5 days?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
Oh, got angry.
What's that?
I got angry. I got my truck out right, so somebody hit it in the street. I'm
All right. I'll accept your pleas. This one pains me. You ran a marathon, you got to 500 yards away and you stumbled. And then you got 40 yards from the finish line and you quit. I don't understand.
I didn't put everything out there. I shouldn't have held on it back. I have a lot of, my doctor thinks I need to be put on psych meds, but it's from, when I go to my meetings, I don't tell everybody, if you ask me what's wrong, I say I'm fine, because I don't want, and I'm not fine. I'm gonna listen to the doctor and get the meds and keep continuing what I'm doing. I got angry, I've had it my whole life, but I never thought, when you go to an ending, you need to die. Just didn't want more drama. Now, watching her for the last 2 weeks being. I take care of Ginger, you know,
I know.
and now I'm leaving her a spot because of me. It is. I'll make it one year, I'm never, I come a long way, Judge, but I'm not where I want to be at. I don't know. This can't happen. I just think I get too overwhelmed and I'm dealing with it.
I don't know what I can add. This is one of those cases where I wish we had more than 2 years, Judge.
So,
But his expiration date, I believe, was April 10th. So we are obviously past that as far as decisions to be made. He complied all the way to the end with the exception of these 2 violations. I received updated proof of treatment. As you're aware, he was here yesterday for status review. We're just in a position where we're out of time at this point. And obviously cannot graduate him based on sobriety.
What did you find out about what I asked you?
So I did look into several places. Bill is not good with voicemails and emails. Couldn't get from him the information I needed as far as when it would come to insurance. And I think it changed thinking this was a 90-day misdemeanor. It's a 45-day
Right.
misdemeanor based on our conversation. I spoke with a former graduate of the program. I still think this is a great place if inpatient is an option. Is Sobriety House off of West Grand Boulevard, but they don't offer jail transportation. I think getting to know Bill for 2 years, this is the appropriate place for him, as opposed to the places that do jail transportation.
Sobriety House where?
West Grand Boulevard, New Jersey.
But we have to make sure he's got the insurance coverage.
They should be okay. I can have a conversation with Bill after this. I can call over based on what their funding is. They may have him go through DWIN. They may have him go through his insurance. Again, I was at a bit of a loss with that information.
say something.
Sure.
My insurance, I'm almost done with it. They're gonna charge me $2,000 a month or $1,800. After this, I got 1 more month left, but I have to take my first. Or and then I'm done with my insurance through the union for retirement.
So he might be able to call DWIN and then DWIN would dictate where he goes.
If we can take care of that right now and find out.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
not guessing. Why
Yeah.
don't you two go take care of that? When you're ready, come on back in and I'll take care of this, okay? I'm accepting your guilty pleas. Yeah, we'll go from there. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Mike or Jeffrey Teets. 26F 264001B.
Good morning, Your Honor. The entity of the 82378 on behalf of Mr. Michael Teets.
Michael Teets.
All right, so I want to make sure, is there a Jeremy Roos here by chance? Jeremy M. Roos, is he either here in person or on Zoom? Heather?
I do not have him on Zoom.
Internet rights notice was mailed to him on March the 20th, advising him of the sentence date. I've not heard anything. He's not here. I don't have a victim's rights statement. I did read the report. Have you had a chance to review the screening and assessment with your client? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
We did review the report. There are no additions. Those are correct.
Is there anything you would like to say in his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor, he's apologetic for the situation. He has job prospects, Flat Rock Metals. He's waiting to determine if they're gonna hire or, when he can start. He also has another job prospect, which is AFM Heating and Cooling. They offered a job. He's waiting to determine what Flat Rock Metals is gonna do. So Your Honor, I would just ask if the court would adopt probation's recommendation.
Anything you'd like to say, sir?
I'm very apologetic what happened. Will not be faltering any further. A huge lapse of judgment and wholeheartedly sorry.
Your Honor, he also is attending AA. He emailed his sheet to probation. He goes twice a week. The last time he went was yesterday.
And then I had one comment spread.
Kind of alarmed by some of this. I mean, the way I read this whole report, you're in there, you're threatening this guy, the manager. Why is he coming after you? Why is he following you? You got a machete there. You look at him in a threatening manner.
I was scared.
Scared? What?
He was in plain clothes and didn't have a name tag on. He followed me around for 15 minutes. And then when he got within a foot and a half of it, I turned around and that's when I shouted at him.
Have you ever had not being flippant here, have you ever had a psychological evaluation at all?
No, sir.
Why were you so angry? If you weren't doing anything wrong, why were you so angry? So what if they're following you around?
It was a lapse of judgment. I'm not a confrontational, doesn't act like that in a moment.
12 months probation. You cannot leave the state without consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance of any unit of government. Change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no illegal drugs, no marijuana, no marijuana. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
How much had you consumed?
I had 4 drinks.
No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. I want you to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs bi-weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll make it then monthly. Okay?
Yes.
Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I'm going to order that you continue to attend AA at least twice a week. Until you're in outpatient treatment, you sign up before and you get into outpatient treatment, you don't have to attend AA or NA any longer. You're not to enter or go near 26100 Vreeland in the city of Flat Rock or any other Myers store. No contact with Jeremy Roos, no firearms, no dangerous weapons. You're not to possess those. Do you fully and completely understand that?
Yes, sir.
So you're going to do outpatient, you're doing AA until you're outpatient, you're staying out of that Myers and every other Myers, AA twice a week, like I said, until an outpatient. No firearms, no dangerous weapons, you're not to possess those, you're not to have any contact with Jeremy Roos. I'm going to order, I'm just troubled by this, though. You didn't brandish the weapon. But nonetheless, you had it on you and you're creating a scene. 4 days court work program, $35 a day charge, total $140. Fines $100, costs $150, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So your fines and costs your amount to $375, screening fee $60 for $435. You have $240 worth of court probation fees for a total of $675. And then $140 of court work program fees. Your total's $815. You pay that, you stay out of trouble, and you're eligible for early discharge after 6 months. No contact with Jeremy Roos. We understand one another, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you do everything in 6 months, you can make application for early termination. You're entitled to that by statute if you haven't had any other violations. All right. I'm kind of worried about what's going on with you, though. You got you had a impaired 2 years ago, drunk and disorderly. It's just, this is not good. Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
You had another drunk and disorderly here, right?
Yes, sir. Well,
Within about 10 days, right?
yeah,
Where was the other one? From Judge Hessen or me?
that's it.
Okay. Can he pay all of this?
No, you're right, you payment plan.
How much can you afford to pay weekly, bi-weekly? You tell me.
Bi-weekly, I'd say around 100 plus.
I'll make it 50.
I think.
And you can start beginning on May the 15th. We'll make it May the 18th. If you ever reach a point where you don't have the money, it's not a problem. You just call the court or come in here on or before the due date. I'll give you an extension. You'll meet with probation. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal, and you have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, you'll meet with probation. I wish you well. Thank you, Ms. Patillo.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Valacor Environmental Services LLC 26B 150652. Good morning, Mr. Young's your appearance.
All Youngs on behalf of Valacor, Your Honor.
All right, so this can be a plea to overweight. You have authority to do this, and there's agreed upon fines and costs of $4,200. True?
Correct.
On behalf of the company, to the charge of overweight, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible, Judge.
Accept the plea, $4,200. Fines and costs are due on May the 15th. Okay?
That sounds great. Okay.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Bye, Judge. Great seeing you.
You too. All right. Let me take Taylor Redinger. Taylor Redinger, 26R514588. Your name? Taylor what?
Taylor
Taylor.
Redinger.
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, right? They got you going 92. You're going to slow down, right? I mean, that's kind of quick. To that charge, impeding, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
I'll accept the plea, dismiss the speed on their motion. 150 fines and costs. You're all set. Go down. I'll take care of that. Best of luck. Slow down. Thank you. Haley Aston, 26R514568. Good morning, ma'am. You can step up here. Tell me your name, please.
Aston?
You're going to plead to impeding traffic, correct? You met with the department rep and that's what you guys agreed upon, true?
Yes.
To that charge, responsible or not responsible? I'll accept the plea, dismiss the speed, 150, and you're all set. Good luck. James Robert Adams, 25B8PV708. Good morning, Mr. Adams. How are you?
How are you?
Good. Your name?
James Robert.
All right, I'm just going to ask you to raise your right hand, please. Does somebody swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got?
Yes, sir.
Since you were in court on April 4th, 25, have you been arrested for any reason?
No,
Any new charges?
no,
Any contact with the police?
no.
Congratulations. Prosecutor says he moves to dismiss as you complied. Case dismissed. Good luck. Have a good day.
You too.
Shunky. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sharon Michelle Shunky, 26F2457128. Morning, Mr. Haynes.
Morning, Josh. And please, the court, I'm Joe Haynes.
How you doing?
Good.
She's coming up with a smile. Your name?
Sharon Zunke.
All right, so your client pled guilty to operating while impaired. The OWI was dismissed. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Just one minor correction. She said it was from some Romulus. It says Taylor in the report.
Okay.
Everything else is the same. Judge, the recommendation is appropriate. I know our legislature looked into these sorts of offenses as to whether they should be probationable or not. In this case, Ms. Zunke's 46 years old. She's got no record and they let out, it's a 0.12. This is a two-garden variety case and the report doesn't uncover any kind of long-term issues with alcohol or drugs. I'd ask the court to consider just fines and costs, but in the alternative, thank you for the recommendation.
You never been in trouble before. And I mean, there is a presumption I'm not supposed to put her on probation unless I think there's reasonable grounds, good grounds to do so. You want to say anything, ma'am? And I think she's pulled over because of expired tabs, not because she was crossing the fog lines or anything else.
Yes, my point, I see these kind of cases, if not one like this, then what did they mean?
I disagree with you. You want to say anything?
No, upset.
I disagree. I mean, I don't necessarily think they should be telling us, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. 300 fines, 300 costs. 75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $60 screening fee. That is $785 plus you have rest of cost of recovery of $150 for a total of $935. I'm gonna order 2 days jail credit, one serve one, and I'll let you do that by way of community service. So you do 1 day of community service, ma'am. I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it, but you're right. So you do 1 day of community service, and I'll give you until June 1st to complete that. So you pay your $935, do 1 day or 8 hours community service, and you're done. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford one. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge, I think her questions, the parts of the facts.
That's fine. I just want to make sure. Do you understand the sentence?
Service?
1 day.
1 day of community service, fines and costs of $935. That includes everything. You understand all that?
Yes.
And you understand if you don't do your day of community service or pay your fines, that you should receive 93 days less the credit for 1 day served. I can't hear you.
Yes.
How much do you have? Does she have anything today?
I don't think so, Judge. We were thinking on to the month starting there.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am? Why aren't you acquiring some work?
I don't look for work here.
Awesome.
I'll let her pay $100 per month. We'll start that beginning on May the 5th. How's that? If you don't have the money on any given date, all you have to do is come in and talk to me on or before the due date or call the court. We'll go on Zoom if you know how to operate Zoom. I'll be more than happy to give you an extension, okay? I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you. Alicia Leanne Young, 25D1618619SD.
Morning, Your Honor, DeAndre TOP 8237A on behalf of Mr. Wesley Youngs.
Ma'am, your name? All right, so your client has no priors. I mean, she had a case that was dismissed under HIDA, and she does have a warrant. Why hasn't she surrendered herself on a warrant, ma'am?
I came last week too.
No, to Grand Rapids. You got a warrant out of Grand Rapids. You need to surrender yourself on that.
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay. So she pled guilty to operating while impaired. The thing that really troubles me is you had 3 kids in your car and you're drunk driving. You know what I'm saying? Is everything in this report accurate?
Your Honor, one small correction. It looks like that sentencing date says January 2026. It should be April 16th, 2026. I did discuss that with Ms. Young as to why she had failed to appear. She had a domestic violence situation, and then she did come.
She wasn't here at the court to school program. She didn't bother showing up for that, which didn't excite me, but
That was when she was relocating, Your Honor. Like I said, she was in a domestic violence.
I got it. So I'm not sure. What are you talking about where it says the sentencing?
At the top, it says, I think it says January 16th, 2026. It's the sentencing date.
She was supposed to do January 27, 26 at the court to school program. So
Well, it says January 6th, 2026 on the pre-sentencing. For the sentencing date.
wait a minute. Well, let me back up here. I don't know where you're talking about. Oh, sentencing date January 6th. I don't know why they had that. I think it was a typo. They should have had January 27, 26. They should have. But I made a mistake already because the plea wasn't to impaired. It was operating while intoxicated. It's just to make the record clear. She pled to 1 count and the OWI occupant was dismissed, 2 counts of that. And actually 3 counts of that, and they reduced it to OWI. Period. OWI occupant less than 16, ma'am, is a 1-year misdemeanor under state law. You can't do that, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else?
So, Your Honor, she did indicate to me that everything is finally coming together. She got out of that domestic violence situation. She said she finally has help with her children. She's still employed. But because she has 3 children, Your Honor, she doesn't earn a lot. So I would ask if the court can waive any discretionary fines and costs. She's also been attending AA. She has it on the phone.
Okay, so now,
Last day she wants April 3rd.
why didn't you listen to me? I told you to go in person, didn't I?
It was just a picture.
It's just a picture of print down that she gets signed.
Yeah. I do go in person.
Where'd you go?
I go sometimes in Taylor with my sister at the little church. I'm not sure exactly what, because it's like a .gov. And then sometimes in Westland in the church as well. St. Paul Lutheran Church in Westland is the one I go for that one.
Anything else you would like to tell me, ma'am?
I'm just trying to get on the right path, that's all. Everything, I got from home, relocated my children. Just trying to keep going and doing the right thing, getting the wrong people out of my life.
Well, that's a good thing. Can't have bad people that we're close to, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to keep repeating myself. But I am concerned about you driving around with kids in the car. 12 months probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation immediately. You do have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. I'll make it bi-weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I'm in order that you attend AA. Continue doing that twice a week until you get into, and I'll go along with that, the level 2 alcohol education program. I don't know if this is, according to the report, I mean, I have no reason to dispute that she does not have a serious alcohol problem. But it's decision-making, I guess, that bothers me the most when you got kids in the car and you're driving around like this. I do want you to obtain and maintain employment, provide proof of employment. Again, I'll go along with the level 2 alcohol education program with the victim impact panel. You're to clear all warrants within 15 days, but you need to get employment, okay?
She is employed, Your Honor.
I know she is. She's employed full-time, but I'm trying to tell her she needs to get a better job. I don't mean to disparage this fast food restaurant. I don't know how you're going to support kids when you're making $300 a week. So I'm just telling you, if I were you, you have to maintain employment, okay? You have to maintain employment. I'm encouraging you to get better employment. 4 days jail credit, 1 serves 3. I'm going to have you do all 3 on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. So 3 days court work program, 300 fines, 225 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So your fines and costs alone are $650, screening fees $60 for 710, probation fees are $240 for 950. You have cost of recovery of $150 for 1,100 plus your court work program fees. Totals $1,205. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You'll have 21 days to appeal, and you have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that? You may be eligible for early discharge. How much can you afford to pay? Can you pay $50 or $40 biweekly?
Yeah.
That isn't going to be enough. I'll tell you what, we'll start with $40 biweekly. I'll start that beginning May the 4th, but all money due by March 15 to 26. But I'm not going to discharge if you don't have all your fines paid, okay? You understand that?
Yeah.
Again, you have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. And again, your probation could be revoked if you violate. I wish you well. Do you have any questions?
Nothing.
You'll meet with probation. Thanks, Ms. Patillo.
Thank you.
Walter Mulhern, 24WA33054.
Elizabeth Probation, Your Honor.
Name?
William Mullen.
What'd you find?
I could not find out anything, Your Honor. Bill is very difficult to work with. I'm trying to explain things to him. He's got far too many questions that dictate what's going to happen to him and concerns for his girlfriend. I cannot get a straight answer from him. I try to be firm with him to the point where I got to the point where I just said he needs to leave my office and that we.
Hang on a second.
All I want to find out is if I don't have my wallet on my clothes, my sister has a job. If I can go home and get this stuff to come back and all, I'm not running it. I'll go to the program. I'm willing to get the help.
Bill.
I don't have anything. I don't know if I can take my phone if,
Why did you come to court today?
because I thought I was going right to jail. And I didn't want her, I didn't want to lose it down there. It's all I had. I'll do whatever you say, Judge. I mean, you know who I am. I'm not running. If I can get in this program today, I'll go down there for it.
My intention was to give you some jail time and then let's just allow you to serve some of it inpatient. That was my intent.
There's no way I can do community service and
Shit, Bill. You spent 2 years.
I understand. I just didn't let everything out. Sorry.
You violated probation.
I understand.
You can't, you didn't get to do probation.
And that's all I gotta call the union hall to have them approve that program. It's, they say it's completely.
Why are you giving Ms. Wilds a hard time?
I'm not. I tried to talk. But she just wants, I know she's trying to help, but I'm trying to make sure I have everything straightened out when I get there, so I don't have to worry about this insurance. I usually pay it before the end of the month. But if I gotta go today, I'll go pay it today. Can we come back tomorrow and I'll take care of everything?
Going to a funeral tomorrow. I can't be here.
Whatever you. I'm just trying to do whatever makes.
Who's this?
It's
That's my
Mr. Sent today.
She wouldn't even let me around her house for 20 years till I got this program, okay? This program took me a long way. I was very sick.
Could I say something?
You'd have just shown up for graduation.
No, but listen. I needed more help. I was scared. You always said the 2 years. I was terrified of it, okay? I was terrified of going out there and using it again. I didn't let everything out, and I didn't know how to explain. I could talk to Emily. I can't ever get a hold of her. I don't know how to email. I don't know how to do any of it. I don't even know how to Zoom.
All right. Okay, slow down. Just slow down.
I go.
Ma'am, you can't. Okay?
I don't want to use them, Judge. Save my.
What do I have going on Monday morning, Heather? You know?
Monday is your landlord tenant day.
Today's the 16th, 17, 18.
I'll do whatever you say.
April 20th, you'll be back here at 8:30 in the morning
On Monday?
on Monday.
Now, do I need to contact the court or anything? I'll let her talk.
No, you need to get your insurance
Okay,
taken care of. And you need to be prepared to do some time in jail. How long, I don't know. And then I'm gonna figure out a way for you to get into treatment. I think you need it. You still need it. I mean, I thought we had this licked. This is hurtful.
we did.
That's what we're doing, April 20th at 8:30. Thank you. I'll see you back here. Thank you. Bradley Guy. I want you to communicate. Your name, ma'am?
Amber, the process?
All right, just give me 1 second. Did you guys have a chance to read the victim's rights statement of Emma Russell?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Is Emma Russell here? Is Emma Russell here? All right. Your client pled guilty to the charge of, actually, she pled no contest, I believe,
Correct.
under section 771 to the charge of disorderly person. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the report, whether or not are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Yeah, with regard, we have reviewed the report. It is mostly accurate, except on section. On page 2, judge under drinking and treatment history. It does indicate past use of marijuana. My client indicates that she's never used marijuana or any type of illicit drugs.
Okay, I'll modify the report in that regard. This is quite a telling victim's rights statement. You guys are mother and daughter and you're,
They've been like this with me since I divorced her dad. They moved out. When she moved back and she kept saying, you know, if you want to do this or that, I'll just do it with them. I never can't be with them.
okay, but I need to You pled no contest, so I'm not gonna ask any questions about the incident.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that you can make statements that cause me to think that you're denying any guilt and having to go through with this.
Okay.
Do you understand what I said?
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
No contest plea, as I told you before, has the same effect as a guilty plea. And when you plead no contest, that still goes down as a conviction. You
Okay.
understand that?
Yes.
And there was an agreement to be taken under this statute, and I'll be glad to do that. You don't have anything other than, you have nothing really. So at any rate, that's where I am with it. Anything else, Mr. Gafe?
Just that, you know, Ms. Russell is 44 years old. She's currently unemployed due to some medical conditions. She does have a dislocated shoulder and dislocated ankle. She's currently waiting to have surgery to repair both her shoulder and her ankle, Judge. Afterwards, she does plan on going back to school to get a degree in as an ultrasound tech. Like you mentioned, she doesn't have any established criminal history at all. There was no indication of any type of alcohol or drug use.
Well, you know, but again, she's denying the probation that she used anything, but then I read here, let me see, what did I see here? The daughter indicated wait a minute. Somewhere in here, the daughter accused her of being high. She said she explained her mother, suspect Amber Russell, who was believed to be high, had been acting strange lately and had been sending odd text messages to family members. So just to be consistent, just so you know, I've seen enough where I'm going to order her to abstain from alcohol, drugs, or otherwise.
No, but I would, that regardless, I think that statement maybe is a little more tailored to what the victim or the alleged victim here said in her recommendation. I mean, she made a recommendation to the court, Judge.
No, this was in the police report.
Well, in her statement, Judge, she did make a recommendation to the court. She did mention what you just said as well. But what she didn't mention was her mother has trouble sleeping. Her mother was on sleeping medication, which caused her to be groggy and slur her speech. Now, aside from the victim's statements here, she's not a certified medical
I get it.
professional.
I get it.
So her assessment of what her mother was on at that time,
Fair.
I would ask the court to give, take note of that. But again, there's no established, drug history or alcohol history with my client, Judge. She was on medications for her inability to sleep. We do have a med list if the court would want to see what.
No, you know what? I'm just gonna order to abstain from alcohol and drugs though still, but I'm not gonna order treatment.
Thank you, Judge. That was actually my next point. We would ask that the court reconsider recommendation 5 and 6 with regard to the medical, with the chemical testing as well as the outpatient.
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna order chemical testing. There's enough here. There's enough here for me to do that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted. My apologies.
No. Like I mentioned, the only medications that she's on are prescribed medications. She's currently under the care of a medical professional, and we would ask the court to take that into consideration, that an appropriate finding.
Anything you'd like to say, ma'am?
I'm under psychiatric care. My parents and I are both, all three of us together, are going through treatment together. And then I stopped immediately when I thought it might be that sleeping medication. The very next day I went to the hospital because I wasn't feeling right. And I told the doctor, I was like, maybe it's this kratom stuff that I bought at the gas station because it helped me with my pain. And I didn't want to be on Norco all the time because I still have surgery coming up. He's like, here's, bupropion with Suboxone. He's like, take it. It'll help you.
Suboxone?
Yeah. He said it'll take away your
Suboxone?
kratom. Yeah.
We have the med list, Judge. It is prescribed by a doctor. If the court wants to see it.
Suboxone.
Suboxone, correct, because she was having issues with, kratom.
Well, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense then. But I mean, it's,
Which, I don't know, because she took that.
it scares me when I start hearing Norco and Suboxone, you know.
And that was the issue, was because she didn't want to get addicted to the Norco and the other painkillers.
Norco's an opiate.
Right, and I don't want to keep taking it, in the meantime, in the interim between now and when I have my surgery in May. Because I have 2 surgeries. So I told the doctor, I said, well, what am I supposed to do in the meantime?
All right.
He said, well, not take kratom. And I said, obviously, I didn't know you could get addicted to it. I thought I was doing the right thing by not coming in and trying to seek medications and all that stuff.
Anything,
like-
anything else?
Yeah.
No, that's it.
12 months probation. I'll take it under 771.1. I'm gonna need a review hearing date in early April or late March, Heather. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. Kratom, poppy seeds, CBD oils, those are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. Submit to chemical testing, PBTs, and ETGs. Monthly or more on demand of probation. Monthly or more on demand of probation. Anger management, you're to attend that with 4-week follow-up. You're to obtain and maintain employment and provide proof. You cannot have, per her request, any contact with the victim, Emma Russell. Pains me to do that when they're.
I would note for the court that this is not her permanent address. She was staying with her grandparents. She lives in Lansing. She does have her own residence. She was only staying down here.
Well, I know, but she asked for a no contact, and I'm gonna give it to her. No contact with Emma Russell. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with her, or have anybody else do any of those things for you on your behalf. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. I'm gonna require you to only serve 2 days of community service. You're to complete that by June the 1st. You're to pay fines $100. And by the way, again, no firearms. You understand that? No dangerous weapons. $100 fines, 50 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $275 screening fee, 60 for 335. Probation fees are $240 for 575. I'm not going to order treatment other than the anger. I mean, I'm not ordering anger management, but I'm not ordering treatment. I don't have enough here to justify that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know the situation with these surgeries and Norco, but a doctor's prescribing it. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. If you violate, your probation could be revoked for 90 days, and you could be incarcerated for 90 days. Do you understand that?
I do understand.
You have 20, like I said, you have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. I'm going to give you a review hearing date. If you're compliant, you'll come back. The case would be dismissed. So when are we going to do that, Heather?
April 15th of 27.
Tax day of next year at 8:30 in the morning.
That would the court consider early termination?
I mean, that's, these are under the prosecutor's got to move to dismiss. They don't, I'm sure he'll do it. You're going to have to, or she'll do it, I'm sure. But I can't speak for them because they have to move to dismiss that.
And if she does move to dismiss that.
I don't have a problem. No, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Okay, so your review hearing date will be, again, April the 15th of 27 at 8:30. How much of this does she have to pay?
She needs a payment plan, Judge. She's currently unemployed.
Oh, and I did say, I hope I did, maybe I didn't. You're to obtain and maintain employment and provide proof. How much can you afford to pay when, ma'am?
Nothing right now. I'm not working because I'm getting my surgery, so I'm getting work part-time.
Tell me when you can start paying them.
I would say probably June, December surgeries in May.
$50 a week,
Okay,
beginning June. June the 5th, June the 8th. If you don't have the money, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom. And you can ask for an extension. I'll be glad to give you that. If you would rather come in here, just has to be on or before the due date at 8:30 if you come in or when you call, okay?
okay.
You'll meet with probation.
That's okay.
Good luck. Thanks. Roseanne.
This courtroom moment showed how quickly things can turn serious even in a case that didn't seem extreme at first. A woman stood in front of the judge after entering a no contest plea, thinking it might make things easier. But the judge made one thing very clear. A no contest plea isn't a free pass. It carries the same weight as a guilty plea, and the consequences are real. As the details came out, the situation became more complicated. There were concerns about her behavior, questions about possible substance use, and even statements from her own family raising doubts. The judge listened carefully, going through every detail, separating facts from excuses. Even when her lawyer tried to explain medical reasons and prescriptions, the judge didn't ignore the risks. Instead, he made a balanced but strict decision. No alcohol, no drugs, no contact with the victim, and full compliance with probation. Every condition was clear, direct, and non-negotiable. Because in court, even if you avoid the worst outcome, you're still being tested on whether you can follow the rules moving forward. The judge even gave her a path: stay compliant, and the case could be dismissed in the future. But one mistake, and everything could fall apart again. Now, think about this. When the court gives you a second chance with strict conditions, is it really freedom or just one last test? If you found this real courtroom moment interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful cases like this.